Alright, this is Microcycle 3, Monday and Wednesday for middle school. We are going to be starting the first block off the same way we have been doing with the lateral band walks, the monster walks, the banded hip flexion on that?
Yeah.
Banded hip flexion, and then is there another one?
Yeah. 3 hurdle jump, linear, and lateral
Got it.
complex.
So the 3 hurdle jump's going to change from being bilateral to unilateral now. So now they'll be going here, focusing on height, quick contact, being able to stick. We'll do 2 off of each leg, just to keep the symmetry, and then the same thing for the lateral portion. So they're moving through, creating height, quick contact, and then stick. Alright, so off the block 2.
Planks into downward dog.
Okay, so planks into downward dog, that's going to be...
And alternating arm reaches.
Yeah, into alternating arm reaches. So basically what we're doing here, we start off in a plank position. So we're doing this to fire up the core, but then as well as mobilize the back line. So it's Monday, and we come in on a Monday, so we want to try to open them up a bit more, but we still want to get some work done. So we start off like this, jump up, left to right, right to left, push the hips up, lock the knees out, drive the heels down to the ground, back down in the plank position, and then we go, and we'll alternate. As they're moving through, tell them to push their butt up, press their feet through the floor, squeeze their core, and they'll continue. Next one.
6 times.
Yeah.
Next one, push-ups, 20 reps.
20 reps for push-ups. We should know how to handle that.
Next, med ball slam to chest pass.
Med ball slam to chest pass, same as we've been doing before. The intensity should increase.
Block 3.
And now we go into block 3.
TRX rows, 8 reps.
So TRX rows. Now we're gonna have a fence set up almost everywhere. Possibly at KSP we won't, so we would have to loop it maybe on, like, I believe that there's a fence that's like this height, so you would loop it and then latch it on. So you'd be going, so as it would loop, would come around and basically just tug on itself as it moves through. So if there's a fence, even better, move into the fence so they can do the exercise. I'll show you guys how I'm doing this here. So preferably about 6 foot for height. Now the further they walk with their feet away from them, the more difficult it gets, so the angle changes. Now, no matter what, we don't want their feet flat unless they're like really that weak, but none of the players should be that weak. So they're gonna be under heels, toes up, dorsiflex. It's like a moving plank, so I'm squeezing my hips up, squeezing my glutes, belly button's tucked, right? I'm moving through, I wanna add some rotation, shoulders like that. We start palm down, rotate up with the palm up, and moving through, keep the head up. If we wanna make it a bit more difficult, we adjust the angle and move through it. Squeeze the shoulder blades in, have the chest up, eyes forward as we move through. What's the next one?
Split squat, 10 reps.
Is there any holds? No? Okay. So, we'll start off with a split squat. So they'll be in this position. We're gonna have the arms crossed, elbows tucked in. When they squeeze their armpits, it's gonna fire up the lats connect to the core, going down to the glutes, and then down towards the toe. So we're gonna emphasize big toe, squeeze the glute, get this whole chain together, keep the knee pressed out, so we don't want them to have valgus. As they press up, ankle, knee are gonna be under, knee, hip under. They'll drive up, have their weight through the front foot, drive up like they're gonna jump, and then slowly on the way down. Going at a nice, comfortable tempo, and they'll do 10 on each side. We don't want them to rush through, we want them to be under control, and then we'll make our adjustments from there.
Triple direction SLDL reach, 3 reps per directional.
Okay, so we can either have 3 cones set up, which honestly in the past is a good teaching point, but just for the players, or just for the setup, it's going to be kind of hectic to set up all these cones everywhere when all the players can almost do this wherever they are standing. So you start off center point, they're going to be reaching out, opposite arm, opposite leg, coming across, middle, and then towards the other side. And then they'll reset. How many do I do, Corinne?
3 reps per direction.
Alright, so 3 reps per direction. So 9 of these motions. So we'd like to keep that hinging pattern happening. It does turn into a really good stability drill as well, just that kind of gets into a knee dominance a bit, like a quarter squat, but try to emphasize the hinging as we move through it. So the next one is what?
Linear bear crawls, 15 yards there and back.
So the linear bear crawls, I've gone through this in some past videos, but we are starting off with a short side and a long side. Now, when they first do their movement, we want them to think that the shins are going to be parallel to the floor, because we're going to have them on a lift. So the exercise looks like this, keeping the core tight, knee to wrist as they step. Now, for them to learn, we're going to have them actually crawl, knee to wrist, knee to wrist, knee to wrist. You're going to see a lot of players turning in the hips, so we have to emphasize squeezing the glutes, belly button tucked to the spine, good hand pressure, good foot pressure as we're driving wrist, knee to wrist as we move through it. And that'll be for a 15-yard distance, and then they can walk back to reset, or they can relax for a second and they come back. Is there anything else?
No.
All right, that's Microcycle 3 for Monday and Wednesday.